Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And
You
we are
choose.
live once again. And I realize this is an early stream. We don't normally do Tuesday streams, but we're going to do one today because, well, news has been piling up. All right.
Oh,
so I
enough
wanted to
about
get
your
some.
laundry.
And so we got to empty the laundry bin. That's a good way of putting it, Batman.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with your smalls.
So let's get started.
Yeah, smalls.
No,
That's a good name for it, isn't it? Smalls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's get rid of the quick news of the day.
Mm-hmm.
To start with,
You know what the best news about today is?
this on up.
Go on.
It's only 24 hours.
Apparently.
Atiq Ahmed, former Indian MP and brother, shot dead on live TV.
Yeah.
Say that name again.
A former Indian politician convicted of kidnapping has been shot dead live on TV along with his brother. They didn't even tell you his brother. His brother's like a side consequence. Yeah, he's shot dead too, but it's just his brother.
That's nice.
Atiq Ahmed, who was under police escort. Even better. All right.
Yeah.
Was talking to reporters when a gun was pulled close to his head. All right. In Paragari, all right, also known as Allahabad. All right. After shots were fired. Huh?
If you share it with us, we can read it.
I'm looking at it now. Good luck on the description. I'll go with Allahabad and leave it there. You don't want to know other suggestions I would make.
After shots were fired on Saturday night, the three men who had been posing as journalists quickly surrendered and were taken into custody. These are people who just wanted this guy dead.
You think?
Yep.
Obviously, a simple question is, wonder what he did that actually pissed him off that much.
So, Atiq Ahmed.
Mm-hmm.
And this was an Atiq attack, I take it.
Really?
Come over here so that Batman can be.
There's two people watching. I'm one of them, and I know Quinny's the other one.
Yeah,
that's okay. There we go. Now you can see these things ahead of time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
All right.
Going on crappy stream.
Now this is in India. Okay. Obviously, but what my point is have you guys noticed how often that these assassinations worldwide are becoming more and more political, and they're coming very rapidly?
Yep.
Right. You just had the Japanese Prime Minister, all right, almost assassinated with a pipe bomb.
Yep.
Right.
Did you show him the picture of the pipe bomb?
Yep.
I did.
Good. Oh, good.
It was very pipe bomb shaped.
Oh yeah.
It was a pipe bomb because it was like a pipe and it had bomb written on it.
That'll be a subtle clue for you. Yeah, you could become a professional bomb disposal unit.
You know the easiest way to dispose of a bomb?
Kick it really hard and see what happens.
Throw it away.
Not so good when they're mercury movement controlled, because throwing it away gets an interesting reaction. Just saying.
Throw a fat kid at it.
That's harsh. What does the bomb ever do to you?
That's harsh. No, you should have said that's harsh. How are you going to pick that fat kid up?
That was my next thought, but
but no, you had a Ukrainian politician killed. You had a Russian politician killed. You can say that's all Russian. We have another story about that coming up.
The thing is, the way that headline is, former Indian MP and brother shot dead. So that the headline is saying that he used to be an Indian MP and he used to be a brother.
Well, that's very true. That's an accurate statement. Yeah.
In a roundabout manner, they are accurate there.
Right. This guy had a long stint both in politics and with the criminal world. He was the first accused of murder in 1979.
Oh,
And
no, Matt,
the
no,
next,
Matt, no, Matt.
Mhm.
You actually said he was a criminal. You said he was a politician. We all understand
Yeah.
now. it is.
Yep.
I'm just reading the story. Right.
All right, fair point. Fair point. Carry on, sir.
Right. He won his first independent election in 1989. He sat for 2 terms as a lawmaker from the regional Samajwadi Party.
Don't do it, Batman.
Samajwadi
Do not
Party.
do it.
The sandwich, what party?
The Sandwich
It was
Party.
Honestly, that was better than I was expecting from him.
Well, you thought I was going to say the Sambo Jawati party, didn't you?
I just thought you was going to go off on various insulting comments there, mate.
It was the party that's been approved by Omega.
It was a fuzzy.
With
It was
sandwich
a fuzzy
wedges.
wuzzy party. It was a fuzzy wuzzy party.
Right.
Yeah. I don't
In
like it up on
Russia-
me, you know.
In Russia, we have this. Huge explosions have rocked 2 key electricity supply stations in Russia in suspected Ukrainian drone strike.
Yeah, the only Ukrainian drones we've got is Zelensky talking.
Well,
Oh, God, yeah.
Belgorod governor said 2 stations were hit in the city and another area in the wider region which borders the Ukraine. In Belgorod, all right, and the Belgorod region, 2 fires were recorded at civilian facilities. There were no casualties. All emergency services are on site, and the fire is under control. Reports said that parts of the city, which has a population of 340,000, suffered blackouts after the targeted strike on a crucial substation in the suburb of Igomenka.
I bet you butchered that one.
I'm waiting for the next one.
Another village in Dragunsko,
That'll do.
all right, was hit according to the Baza media outlet, which has close links to law.
Harry gets around, doesn't he?
Right, Belgrade is 22 miles from the Ukrainian frontier. All right, so what they're trying to do apparently is they're trying to throw in the attacks into Russia. Okay, to try and do, I don't know, targeted expansions of the war, saying we can hit you, right? With all due respect, it's April. If you wanted to punish the Russians, you should have sent those dang drones in the wintertime like they did to you guys.
Yeah.
No. Russians love the winter. Send them in the summertime. It destroys their air conditioning.
Nobody loves the General Winter. All right, he's
Especially
great
there.
for
Nomad,
helping you on the
Nomad,
defense, but
Nomad.
nobody wants to play at him.
Nomad. Russians in the winter go out in speedos, break holes in the ice, and go fucking swimming.
They do. It's true.
That's because they've been driven insane by the cold.
No, they're not insane. They're just drunk. I hear that their taps have hot and cold running vodka.
They're not insane. They're not drunk. They're Russian.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
No, they're barely human.
Again.
Russian.
What I
I
said.
wouldn't say that Russians aren't humans. They're humans. They're Russians.
Just
I think
Goddamn
calling them
Ruskies.
Russians is good.
you
enough.
shake hands with a Russian, and you've got to get treated for frostbite, and also try and find your watch again.
I'll wait for that one.
Oh, sorry, that's Scousers.
Yes, that's better.
Well, then again, with Scousers, you've also got to go and get your fingers back.
Yeah, you do. You literally have to count your fingers, check if they're still there.
You ready for another story here?
Go for it.
Here's another. Haunted by insurrection, Lula.
Lula.
All right. I call him
I was
Lulu.
going to say, that does
Lulu
what to me
is
is
in
Scottish
a
singer.
hurry to change Brazil. Change it from what?
Yeah, from a corrupt, crime-ridden pest hole into a democratically efficiently run crime-ridden pest hole.
Late on the afternoon of January 8th, Luiz Ignacio Lula da Silva, stared out at Brazil's ravaged capital from a third-floor balcony of the presidential palace and reflected how his presidency had been upended. The leader, known universally as Lula, or Lulu,
Mhm.
has spent hours wading through piles of overturned desks, across floors defiled by rioters, and past remnants of what were once priceless historical artifacts. Somber and silent. Now, look, first of all, this guy's a Marxist communist. All right, for people who don't know who this asshole is, all right, he's far more corrupt, all right, than
Actually, from his hairstyle and beard style, it seems more like a Leninist.
it doesn't matter. He's a
What's
commie.
different?
Okay, he's a commie and he's a bad
It
dude.
matters when they come to trial. You've got to get these things right.
It doesn't. This is a commie. They don't go to trial. Okay, their
It
trial
matters
is
just-
name,
it matters when,
guilty,
it matters-
shoot.
no, it matters when you're telling them why they're going to get shot. Got to keep records
You're
straight.
lucky if they don't just go into his bedroom and shoot him. That's what happens to communists. All right, but
I stick in the head.
this is a civil war brewing.
I
that's
thought-
getting
I was-
hotter
I-
and hotter and hotter in Brazil right now because this
Mhm.
guy is so friggin' corrupt. And what he's going to try to do is turn Brazil into a full-blown communist state. The problem is that it's already a failed narco state. The people running this country are not the politicians, it's not the military, it's the drug lords. Okay,
Yes.
they are in control of the favas.
They're in control of most of South America, man.
Mhm.
They
For
are.
fuck's sake.
That's true, right? But this
He's
guy,
not wrong.
he has delusions of grandeur. This guy thinks that he can sit up there and be the next Chavez, all right, only in Brazil and take over all of Brazil.
Do you know what
Brazil's
the most
a
dangerous?
large country.
Do you know what the most dangerous occupation in South America is?
Being in South America?
No, a football player for the national side during the World Cup.
This is true. You fail, you die.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mhm.
That's only in Colombia.
No, it isn't. No, it fucking isn't. It's all over the fucking continent.
Okay.
That's
Get good,
possible.
scrub.
I can't deny that. Okay.
Mhm.
But the thing is Lulu here he's a Marxist. What he wants to
You
do,
just call him
he's
Lulu.
in a hurry to change and try and consolidate power completely under himself. All right. The problem that he has is he knows that the military, all right, is completely against him.
Yes.
All right, and the military is his only real hold on power, because otherwise, in order to try and force through his little communist revolution, I'm going to promise you the world. This guy
Yeah.
was in charge of, if I'm not mistaken, this guy was the one in charge of Brazil when they had their Olympics, right? At no other time in the world have you had an Olympics where the swimming pools were green. Okay?
This
That's
is
how
fair.
freaking AFU this place is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, I noticed on one of the side articles there, which is actually interesting me more. It's got Dean Martin, sold a car to Jay Leno, and it's the Pink Panther mobile.
Oh my god.
It's a what?
Look, it's the Pink Panther mobile.
What is this? It's a Lamborghini Countach.
That's not the one that was shown in the picture.
I didn't say it was the one that was shown in the picture, but obviously this is what it was.
And Shirati's just joined, I think.
I'm sure it's been here for a bit.
Has she? Why did she get a bit?
Oh, if you're talking about looking at stuff, I've just turned up. He's got a nice collection of cars, though. Got to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, as you go through looking at these cars. Oh, I guess I should be showing this to them.
It would help. wouldn't it?
I bet Jay Leno's not into to green energy and Teslas and shit.
Yeah, don't bet on it.
Mm.
Not with those fucking cars, he isn't.
Funny thing is, okay, we look at all those cars, and don't get me wrong, they're quite nice. But I actually really like the cars that you get in Cuba and places like that. They are just amazing.
The old 1950s styles cars.
Yeah. Oh, they just look so goddamn good. Not that these modern crap, a piece of plastic crap you get.
Yeah, it has a
I
Model
like
T.
cars from the 50s and early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 69. I didn't know Lamborghini was producing cars in 69.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been going for a while, you know. See,
He
contrary
does
to
have-
what you
How many
believe,
cars does this guy have? He must have hundreds of cars.
Yes. Yes, he does. That's the
contrary to
problem.
what you believe, there
This
you
is
go,
the
the
one you're
Pink
talking
Panther
about.
mobile. Yeah, I've loved that car ever since I was a kid.
I would never admit to even owning this thing. Sorry.
It was fucking brilliant.
It's hideous.
But so are you.
Wow, it's definitely something.
It's not as good as a 66 Batmobile, like.
There.
It was created for the opening sequence of the 1969 animated television show, The Pink Panther.
Yep.
You created an actual vehicle for an animated TV show.
Yeah, just
Does that
the
really shock you?
opening and closing credits.
Yeah. Mate. That is not a car that is worth having. I mean, driving. No, I was right with having.
Hate you
This
all.
is a 12-cylinder tank car.
Mm-hmm. In all fairness, when it comes to cars,
Oh, he
I
got
like
the
my-
DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Yeah, well, a replica anyway.
yeah.
That's heavy.
Apparently, there's supposed to be like 7 of them made or something. I'm not
Mercedes
certain,
Benz.
but I believe so.
It's a boring car. Oh, Charger. Or Challenger, rather.
According to Google, he's got
I don't-
181 cars and 160 motorcycles, according to Oz.
281 cars?
181
Oh,
cars.
181, okay.
And 160 motorcycles.
That's insane.
Yeah. So now we know who's responsible for global warming.
A 1964 Honda.
Um,
I hate to say
You
this,
can tell that was made for the Japanese market in 1964, can't you?
Yeah.
You can say like, it almost looks like a pedal car, you know?
Next to Jay Leno, it does. How tall is he?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how tall John Lennon.
Well, actually, it's not a good question, but you might as well answer it.
Well, let's go. Let's take a look at it. Google.
Hmm.
All right.
Good job, Jacob's not here. Be looking at it going, oh,
Hello,
I bet-
Dark Star.
Mhm.
He's 5'11".
Same height as me.
Hmm. Like
So
I
that's what
said,
you would
I'll
live
bet-
next to a pedal car.
I dread to think what I'd look like then.
Well, let's face it, next to Nomad, it'd probably just look like a roller skate.
Probably. Anyway, except I'm not as tall.
Mm-hmm.
Who's said anything about being tall?
Anyway, Bud Light boycott tears Republicans apart. Here's a wishful thinking. Donald Trump Jr. has angered some conservatives for calling for an end to the boycott of Anheuser-Busch, which started due to the company's partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Prominent GOP political committee has also received criticism after it deleted a tweet about Bud Light. A report published after the tweet was deleted said the committee had received donations
You're pronouncing it
from
wrong.
Anheuser-Busch.
You're pronouncing it wrong.
Go on.
It's Bud Shite.
This is a fair statement.
Republicans have pushed back on the boycott of Bud Light, are facing a backlash. No. First of all, with all due respect to anybody, Trump, his son, his daughter, all of them, they're not Republicans. They're not conservatives. They never have been.
Neither is Trump.
I agree. All right. The idea that somehow he's part of the conservative establishment and had been, and he's a Republican.
Trump.
Look, he registered for the Republican Party just so he could run for president, and granted,
because he
won.
disagreed with what the Democrats are doing. Trump is, from my understanding, a class, and I'm stressing the word here, classical liberal, not what modern people call a liberal.
I think the best way to describe Trump is what he actually is, which is a bombastic showman businessman. That's
what you're saying is he's the financial world's version of Phineas T. Barnum.
In a way, yes.
That I can accept.
And that's been his goal this entire, that's how he functioned. Okay. He has some good policies that are good. He has some policies that are bad. The primary reason that people get behind him is because he stood up to the leftist mob. That's
right.
it.
So that and when he was found frozen in the Arctic ice after he stopped that rocket, the Red Skull's rocket from hitting New York.
He did not stop New York.
He's still got the shield, apparently.
But that's the only reason that he has "quote unquote" conservative support is because he's willing to stand up against the nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no other reason to support Trump. He is not a conservative. Okay, in the sense that he is going to promote conservative policies. He did a decent job, and I said, and it's not a great job. He did a decent job. All right. Putting in conservative justices who are going to follow the law for the most part, but even
some conservative policies he will follow. He's all for the old-fashioned values and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say so much he's willing to stand up to the lunatics. I think he enjoys it.
Hey, can you two old stop talking just for a moment?
No.
Thank you. Nomad, I just sent you a story in your DMs. I think you'll, I'm just sending that to you. You enjoy yourself with that one. I'm trying not to laugh.
Basically, Nomad, Trump likes a good fight.
This is true.
That's also one of the reasons why he's being successful in business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he likes a good fight as much as he's not willing to back down.
No, he's started plenty of fights in his time, both in business and in politics.
I don't think he started. If you ever notice, Trump does not start things. Trump is a counter puncher.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that somebody who gets annoyed in a shop?
No, that's somebody who sits up there. It might be somebody who gets offended easily, but it's not somebody who starts the fight. He's a responder.
You're basically calling Trump, Charlie. You're basically calling Trump a Karen.
Okay, and
he's not wrong. But
I'm not saying that.
But what do you think of that, Nomad? Any comment like, "Oh God"?
What is going on with your NHS? There was a story that I got talked out of.
Yeah, I bet that one wins, though, doesn't it? Come on.
NHS apologizes for claiming a eunuch is gender identity.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. I just thought you'd appreciate
that. It's Scottish NHS, so we don't have to feel embarrassed.
All right, Scottish NHS bosses have been forced to apologize and launch an investigation after the organization published a document to its staff suggesting that eunuch should be considered as a formal gender identity, and as a result, men seeking castration should be helped to receive it. Dylan Mulvaney, I think, is a candidate, right? Am I missing something here?
No. That's why I thought
Dylan Mulvaney does need his testicles chopped off. At the neck.
Apparently, he actually hasn't had any of the appropriate.
He's not trans. He's
no.
He's an outrageously homosexual man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grifter.
Yeah, and a grifter.
He's a grifter. He's doing this for money and money only, and there are plenty of people that are paying him because it's profitable. All right, for him to work that identity. All right, and it's dividing this nation in ways that people never expected, but it's also coalescing the vast majority of people against this nonsense. It's the left's biggest nightmare. Just like there's a huge divide in the Republican Party, like the previous story was trying to suggest. There is no divide in that, and this boycott against Anheuser-Busch isn't going away. Now it may go away in a month or so. Right? I'm not saying that it's got long legs, right? But at this point, they're losing money because people are refusing to buy their shit, and this is across the entire product line now.
Oh God! I've just read the headline for your latest one.
The next story.
No, Peter need to be fucking put out of business and then put out of our misery.
Okay,
so that.
The next story.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that one in a minute.
There was actually a short video on Twitter of this rat, and I think it was somewhere in the New York area.
Oh, that.
It was the size of a small fucking dog.
Yes.
And a small dog that isn't that small.
Catman wants to do the story. We'll do the story right now.
Oh, yeah.
Do this story. This is fucking...
They are
It's a whole world.
They've lost their fucking mind.
PETA says it's human beings' disgusting behavior that has led to rat population explosion in New York City.
That bit's not wrong.
It says a cull is unfair.
Yeah, that bit isn't wrong. Completely. But the cull being unfair, no. You only have to walk past where a rat has urinated, and you're 70% likely to catch some fucking horrific disease.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. PETA has laid the blame on Big Apple citizens for the city's rampant rat woes, slamming Mayor Eric Adams' recent coal campaign as inhuman and no more than a political ploy. Speaking to the Daily Mail
let's have a look here.
Sunday,
hold on a minute.
Representative Ashley Burns, offered insight on the activism group's reaction to Adams' recent move to hire a $155,000 a year rat czar to carry out the killings. An official listing published by the city called for candidates that are not only motivated but somewhat bloodthirsty.
What I was going to say was, London is comparable in size to New York, right? At least from what I've heard.
No. London is unfortunately huge
compared to New York.
Oh my God, New York is tiny.
Yeah, this is even better. London doesn't have nearly the rat problem that fucking New York does, unless you're on about migrants.
All right, first of all, Jensen, you're wrong. Okay. London has what, about 15 million people?
Yes. We also have 16 million people a day coming in and out of London for work.
That's fine. So does New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. New York has about 15 to 20 million people. All right. And yes, it has a lot of traffic in and out of New York City.
Yeah, right? But
in the millions.
New York doesn't have Sadiq Khan.
That's not
fair. It's got Adams. It's not much different. All right. The only difference is the rest of the U.S. population isn't anywhere near them. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing I want about is New York has, even back in its early days, when basically not long after its founding, it's always had a huge rat problem.
It has had a rat problem for a long time.
Yes. But London doesn't have that kind of rat problem.
That's true, right?
But Paris doesn't, and Paris is not. Paris doesn't, and Paris is a fucking trash heap. It always has been.
Because it probably has to do with the difference in.
I know what it is. I know what it is with the difference between Paris and New York.
Mhm.
The rats in France refuse to enter Paris.
I can tell you the difference
Yeah.
between New York, London, and Paris, and it's very simple: food.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we have
as
far more
in food
food in
waste.
New York and London. All right, to the point where it gets wasted to a large extent.
Yes.
Okay, and that's reality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now
He's not wrong.
as far as Pete is concerned, I have a suggestion. All right, Peter doesn't want these killings. Catch every freaking rat and put it right in the homes of these people.
No, they
Okay
won't
with
have
that.
that. But
They
like I
don't want to
said,
kill the rats. They want to save the rats. Here you go. You want to save them? Just start funneling them by the thousands into the people that are registered, all right, as PETA members in New York City. Just start
yeah,
flooding their houses. Let's see how freaking fast they call up a decon packet and start throwing it around the house.
yeah, like I said, rats. You just have to walk past where they've pissed or shit. You don't even have to touch the stuff. You are highly likely to catch something quite dangerous.
It is the idea that PETA sits up there and wants these rats. I would sit up there and go find out where they have their headquarters, and I would just start filling their headquarters with these rats. I would just start releasing them right on their property.
Yeah, but I'd puree them first.
The problem we've got with all of
The rats, not the PETA volunteers.
No, I like the concept of puring the volunteers, but the problem is it only takes you to miss 2 rats, one male, one female, and you'll have the same sort of population within a couple of years.
Yep.
That's the problem. They breed, well, literally like rats.
They breed the only animal on the face of the planet which has a comparative breeding cycle as human beings.
I don't think we're that good.
Actually, we breed like crazy given the chance.
Yeah, but
we don't breed like rats do. All right, number one.
you got to remember, a
Don't
rat
have
has. Sorry,
multiple
man, go on.
births.
We
Multiple
used
births
to.
from a human are rare.
We used to. In the third world, they still do.
True. But unfortunately, in cities, and especially nowadays in most of the major cities, our breeding is basically more of us are dying than are actually being born. So we're
Same
actually
as what
dying off.
happened in that Rat Utopia experiment.
Yep. But yet the rats are continuing to thrive, and anywhere a human goes, rats will go, and that does include space.
Same with mice. That's why you have mice plagues in Australia.
Yep.
We will see if they actually make it into space.
I think they've already been found on the ISS.
I have. That's why I said it. We've actually already found the little darlings.
It's not like you can't end that problem very quickly.
No, but let's be fair. If you open a window and throw it out, things could go badly.
The thing is, they are far more intelligent than most people give them credit.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, for the size of their brain, they are ridiculously intelligent.
Yes.
It doesn't change the fact that PETA needs to go. Let's stay focused on the real
Yeah.
enemy. The real enemy.
The funny thing is, one of the things that got me to hate PETA was this video of this PETA volunteer trying to steal this fucking homeless guy's dog.
Yeah.
The guy was sitting there begging him to leave the dog alone, and this cop tried to interfere, and the PETA volunteer was trying to have a go at the cop as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're monsters.
They are.
They don't rescue pets. They don't rescue pets. They kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's the other issue. All right. Speaking of killings, couple decapitate themselves at the same time using a homemade guillotine, with their heads then rolling into a fire in a ritualistic sacrifice in India.
Now, if I was a ghost, I would make sure Sadiq Khan heard this message, and all he'd hear while he's reading it is, "Do it, do it, do it."
Hemu
Mm-hmm.
Hemubi, I'm not gonna, and his wife Hasana bin, or whatever. Right, a man and a woman, all right, died in a sacrifice yesterday. The couple from Gujarat,
Mr. and Mrs. Gundra Singh.
all right, are survived by 2 children, parents, and relatives. They've killed themselves by decapitation with a homemade guillotine so they could offer their heads as a sacrifice. All right, they severed their heads with a guillotine-like mechanism into a fire altar for the ritual sacrifice in the Vichaya Gujarat, all right, India yesterday. The police sub-inspector, whatever his name is, all right, I'm not even going to try that one, all right, said the ritual was carried out between Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, and the couple had left a note for their children, parents, and relatives who lived nearby.
Don't play football with our heads.
The note urged the relatives to take care of their children and parents. The bodies have been sent for a post-mortem examination. Why? I think we know how they died.
Yeah.
Yeah, suffocation.
Yeah. Lack of breathing. There you go.
Okay.
Wow.
They've been offering
It's
prayers
I hate to
in
say
their
it,
home
it's
every
gold
day
for
since
skull
last
throne.
year. It comes after 2 women were abducted, tortured, and beheaded as part of what is feared to be a black magic human sacrifice ritual.
And this is supposed to be like a highly civilized land.
Now, it doesn't say this, but can we suppose that this is
Hold on,
Kali worshippers?
Turn it back up a bit. Just a little bit. Just a picture of that bloke and the woman there.
Oh, hold on a second.
And you've got
right there?
From Oz. Do they count as COVID deaths?
Is this what you want to look
at? No. Further down, the next couple. Jensen knows what I'm going to say, don't you, Jensen? Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. She's obviously a gunshot survivor.
Yeah. Well, you can see a laser target right between her eyes if you look carefully.
That's not a laser target. That's the entry hole.
Anyway, do you think that this is a Kali ritual?
Probably that's the
possibly be.
Yeah.
Right.
There are supposed to be other religions. There are also supposed to be religions and cults in India that we don't know about.
This is fair. Actually, I see your point with that dot and the entry. It really did look like blood was trickling out of it.
Yeah, that's what caught my. But there are thousands of religions in India, and religions even a lot of fucking Indians don't know anything about.
Yes.
All right. The story that everyone's been talking about here in the United States. Hundreds of teens caused fiery chaos in downtown Chicago as they torched cars in a rampage organized on social media. Vastly outnumbered police managed to just arrest 15 people.
Just admit it was fire, but mostly peaceful. Okay, just admit the truth.
Yeah.
If you see this is
it was peaceful, law-abiding. It was a peaceful, law-abiding, out of control riot.
That's better.
A rowdy group torched cars, got into
rowdy. Rowdy is running down the street singing football songs and being cheeky to people.
Yeah.
Hundreds of teenagers flooded downtown Chicago on Saturday night, smashing car windows and trying to get into Millennium Park. And this is what you call, all right, a mob, all right. And this is also what you call, all right, a takeover.
Mob.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is they took over the streets, all right, with mob violence and
because they know they'll be allowed to.
And people were getting shot. There's all sorts of things that were happening. Now, before somebody makes any kind of comment about, oh, that's just Chicago. Oh, look, over here in Compton, we have this, which is near LA. They say the same things happen. Compton residents say street takeovers have become common. LASD to partner with CHP. This is the LA Police Department partnering with the California Highway Patrol to stop the looting. Really? Sheriff's deputies in Compton have returned to their patrol duties Monday following a chaotic weekend which involved a series of street takeovers and mobs of looters that left a trail of destruction at local stores. The law enforcement officials say they are developing partnerships and a plan to stop the increasingly common occurrence in street takeovers in Compton. Video captured the wild scene at an Arco gas station near Alorando Boulevard and Central Avenue early Sunday morning, where a large group was caught on video bum rushing the Arco gas station and stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. It wasn't thousands, it was tens of thousands. All right.
You know,
All
they could
while
actually
the clerk on duty hid inside. He didn't have a choice. The video shows one man breaking the glass door while dozens of looters crowd in behind him. Moments later, the group is seen grabbing everything from drinks, snacks, alcohol, even condoms. It's worse than that because they were grabbing every second carton of cigarette. Now, a carton of cigarettes in the United States are hundreds of dollars each one. And if you grab 40 of them, all right, you've grabbed $4,000 worth of freaking cigarettes, and I guarantee you did that.
They're a lot more expensive over here.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with just that.
If I'd have been, yeah, it might not be the right thing to say, but if I'd have been the guy on duty in that shop,
mm-hmm.
And that huge mob, I'm not going to be thinking about the shop. I'm just going to open the fucking door and let the bastards in.
Well, I don't even think that he realized they were under attack until they'd already busted down the door and were ravaging.
You know, they could have actually dealt with those rioters really easy. It's called an A10. Try them right now, bitches.
This is why it's a good idea for petrol stations to have remote detonated charges in the pumps.
I'm okay with that as well.
Residents of Compton say that the street takeovers have become a frequent problem in the area in which looting took place. They said that the scenes captured at the Arco station were bound to happen at some point. This intersection goes down 2 or 3 nights a week. We hear the motors roaring. If you're close by, you probably can't breathe after they get going, said Ricky Finley, a resident of Compton. Deputies with the LASD, or that's Sheriff's Department, I guess, right? Compton Station said had been responding to several illegal street takeovers early on Saturday night. Investigators said the 2 largest takeovers took place at intersections of Long Beach Boulevard and Rosecrans Avenue near the gas station looting incident. This is becoming far too common here. All right, and whether people want to admit this or not, there is one thing in common with all of it. Right? And nobody wants to talk about it. Right? Because it's young black youths that have been told this is what you're owed. This is what you deserve. You can do whatever you want, and no one should be telling you otherwise. Because if you come back and say this kind of behavior is abhorrent, okay, then all of a sudden you're a racist, you're a bad guy. You don't see this happening, all right, in predominantly white neighborhoods. Why? It's not because of
because white people are evil and they'll be punished for it.
Right. It's not because of that. It's because they're not being told, okay, you have every right to act like a thug.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening is they've been preaching this shit now, and the law enforcement officials, all right, you've got the whole shebang of a bunch of lefty freaking activist prosecutors who keep letting these people off time and time again, and the criminality keeps growing. You got Newsom running around trying to get people to come back to California to pay their taxes because right now they're out of control, right? And all his supposed surplus went to the wayside. You know, the surplus that he was getting from the federal government due to COVID. Oh, that money dried up now. Now he's worried. People are leaving. California is losing population, which is really interesting because the people that are moving into California, they're all coming from the southern border. This is something that's really been happening in California for a long time. They're being displaced by Mexicans that are so poor they can't even live there. All right, so in a realistic manner. So what are they doing? They're creating a third world state there in San Francisco right now.
Yep.
Okay, they just
We're
did
seeing
a
the same
study
thing in the UK.
San Francisco. Hold on, they just did a study in San Francisco. Okay, if you get paid $300,000, all right, in salary, your take home after taxes is $100,000. That's how bad it is. The minimum house that you can buy there is over $1 million. On a $300,000 salary a year, you can't even afford to buy a home in San Francisco. So the question then comes, well, where the hell are all this population at? There's two answers to that. One, they're residents that have had their houses for years, and therefore their taxes haven't gone up yet. It has to do with Prop 209. Okay. The other group, all right, they're living in the streets.
Yep.
And that's what's been happening. And what's happening now is crime is out of control. And when you dare to mention it, when you dare to point this out, that crime is out of freaking control, oh, you're a racist. No, this is lawlessness on a scale that it's not going to get better until you do what's necessary, and that's Jensen's thing. First rank, kneel, fire. Second rank, forward, kneel, fire. That's what it's going to take to put this shit down.
I have suggested this many times. Just saying.
And it's going to get worse in these cities. It's going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
This hasn't happened to this
I've been saying this for a long time. We're looking at the downfall of Western civilization.
Yeah.
And I think it's gone too far to stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, the idea that somehow you don't owe anything to society, that society owes you everything as an individual is where we're at.
That's the other way around.
Problem with the young people today. No one's telling them that they have responsibility.
Yeah. That's something that was. Well, you'll appreciate this because the same thing happened to you, where we were instilled with, we owe society, because if it wasn't for our country, we wouldn't exist, let alone have anything.
That's true.
We owe our country everything.
Yes.
And that's something the kids are saying, no, your country owes you everything. No, it doesn't.
No.
The country doesn't owe you anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
but you owe it everything. And hello, Chris. Say hello to Chris, Nomad.
Hello, Chris. Let me turn off that stupid alarm. Right? Welcome.
That
right.
stupid alarm should have gone off ages.
This is your national sports time here.
Well, cricket.
No. This is your steeplechase horses. These are at this recent thing. Wow.
Yeah, they call it a steeplechase, but I have never seen a church in any of these races.
Pause before you hold it. Just for inquiry purposes, no, mate. Are you going to be talking about what's been going on with the snooker as well?
No, I didn't even know anything, but it has been going on with snooker. It's unfortunate that these.
Yeah.
What is it that these horses? How did these horses get in this other area? Because they obviously weren't on the track. I feel sorry for that woman who just got obliterated. All right.
Yeah.
She'd be lucky if her knees are freaking still attached. Right.
Yeah.
Because these horses.
It jumped the fence. It jumped the fence.
And at this point, why don't you try to? Well, I mean, don't you think you should try to stop them or something?
You'd think that, wouldn't you? But no.
Here's the brave policeman. Olay!
Yeah. Yeah, she got her leg smashed up. Thought so. I'm not shocked.
Meanwhile, the racing
she's lucky to be alive, let alone being able to stand up.
This is true.
I don't think that's standing. She's pretty much damaged. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
That's British Mounted Police doing what British Mounted Police usually do.
To trample over people?
Yeah, actually, no. I don't think they are British Mounted Police.
I would like to know what.
No, that's not English. That's not England. That might be Nazi land. I mean Germany.
Okay. I'll send you the thing in a moment.
I'm trying to see what
Watch this guy here,
how this.
holding whatever that sign was.
I'm trying to see what the police have got on their uniforms, because that'll be an identifier.
Yeah, let's see if we can stop it here.
Nomad. No, hold
No,
it.
this is
Nomad. Nomad.
Police.
I've sent you a link. You might want. Now rephrase. You want to put that on. That's on. That is news as we speak. Just wait until you see it.
Could this be Spain, possibly?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, this poor guy here, he wasn't doing anything, but he was being oblivious.
Yep.
You know, you hear the horses clapping, he's trying to stand out in front of them.
Is that not
Look,
Central
my
Park?
sign!
Is that not Central Park?
No, this is not. This is not the United States.
Well, that says polite police.
Yeah.
What we see.
This is not how. This kid in the black, he comes back for several renditions of attacking people.
Technical term is dumbass.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is you're not going to outdo a horse, all right, in any way, shape, or form. I don't know why people are,
Politi police, something like that.
Yeah, probably Italian.
It could be
Italian. I think more like Spain.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Spain. I feel sorry for these horses. Do you think that these horses that crashed into this woman, do you think they had to get put down because their legs got hurt?
No, because it looked like they were getting back up again, actually.
Yeah, they did look okay. But Nomad, like I said, check your DMs, mate.
What did you put in my DMs now, Jensen? I'm almost afraid to look.
You want
should
to
be.
Yeah, you really should.
Okay, what is
You should always be afraid when Jensen says I put something in your DMs.
No, it's when I point out that I've slipped it in.
That one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
You realise they've actually done snooker, TV snooker a favour here, because they've actually made it interesting.
In snooker.
Yeah, but they actually made snooker interesting.
This is true.
The World
Check
Snooker
that.
Championships is the latest high-profile sporting event to be disrupted by protesters after Just Stop Oil.
And this is what happens when you eat nothing but lentils.
Yeah,
poured
look
a
at
packet of orange powder paint over a table, forcing a 24-hour suspension of the match between Robert Milkins and Joe Perry. Milkins was 11-0 up in the early stages of the opening frame when a man suddenly ran out of the crowd, jumped on the table, and began emptying the powder. It took 12 seconds for security guards to get down the stairs to the Crucible Theater in Sheffield and bundle the activist away.
He's lucky. He's lucky. Snooker players are kind of well known for being a bit rough and ready.
Yeah.
Well,
and I mean, if it had been in the
have an implement to stop this guy in your hands.
If it had been in the days of Hurricane Higgins,
he
would have hit it with his fucking pool cue.
It would have been back then. Yeah, not a problem.
Right. A female protester simultaneously tried to glue herself onto another table during the match between Mark Allen and Fan Zengi, right, but was stopped by quick thinking response of the referee Oliver Martell. Both protesters wore T-shirts in support of climate change activist Just Stop Oil.
They're not protesters; they're spoilt little shits.
Yes.
Soon afterwards, the world of snooker ruled the tablecloth was damaged beyond repair, and would be replaced overnight. As a result, Milkins' Perry match will now resume on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., with the venue being opened early Thursday. And I assume that they're going to be checking people for paint.
Yes, you hope so.
Now they said it was damaged beyond repair. Do you guys not have vacuums?
Actually,
this is a powder paint. It will get into the into the material on the table and bond with it.
he's not wrong. You got to remember, directly below that cloth is slate, and slate has a wonderful capacity to absorb. And that paint is just
and
not.
He should have had his head banged off it a few times to just make sure it is slate.
Yeah, I agree. That would deal with a lot of the problem. It really would.
That may be what actually caused the damage.
The stupid thing is, the likes of Just Stop Oil, Extinction Rebellion, not all of them. If their protests took the form of flash mob dances, like in parks and places like that, where they're not going to disrupt people's lives, they would get a hell of a lot more support than they're getting.
Mm-hmm. They don't want support; they want disturbance.
Yeah, but disturbance isn't helping their cause.
Like I said, they don't want support.
In fact, they're hardening people who might otherwise support them against them.
I agree with you. The problem is they don't care.
I don't think it's that. I think it's they're too stupid.
If only you was right. I've got a horrible feeling that they know exactly what they're doing. That's
somebody knows exactly what they're doing, but the people who are doing it don't.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll accept that one.
Well,
they're spoiled like I said, they're spoiled little brats.
They're trying to make their lives matter. Right? That's really what it comes down to. Their lives are so pathetic. The way they've approached life, they are looking for some kind of meaning.
Oh no, their lives aren't nomad. Their lives aren't pathetic. The vast majority of them come from middle and upper class families.
Well, no. When I say
hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Not all of them are kids. A good proportion are advanced in years. Some are even pensioners. It's like Darkstar says, they want attention. They're from privileged. Yeah, they're from the privileged classes. The upper middle class, the upper class. They're bored.
Yeah,
they're doing it because they're bored.
They're bored
and they're spoiled.
Lazy.
And spoiled.
Mm-hmm. I say it before, I say it again. # no lives matter.
I've said before, the only lives that matter are the lives of people who make those lives matter.
Just it sounds like Jensen is joining Omegon's brigade.
Oh, dude, I've been saying that long before he started.
Jensen's only joining Omegon's brigade because he's into seafood now.
I just like his idea about wiping out all humanity.
All right, final story, then I gotta get to work.
Okay.
North Carolina man's security camera records a bear scare. Let's go take a look at this guy's bear scare, shall we?
In western North Carolina, a Ring camera capturing the moment an Asheville man.
All right, we'll get up to where the bear is because I want to see the bear. He's texting. The guy is freaking texting. Oh, that didn't attract the bear. Now you're screwed, pal.
Yeah, that wasn't a bear. That was look at it. Tiny.
Look at how he's like, dude. That pillow ain't saving you some shit. I can see the instant reaction. They're like, "Oh my god!" Well, first of all, you're too busy on the cell phone, right? You've got yourself. I mean, let's be honest. He's gotten himself comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a pillow underneath here, a pillow under his thing there. He's in a nice little reclined motion, and he scares his bear. This is the wrong thing to do to a bear, because the bear's looking at him at this point. Watch this. Okay, you're a road patty. Let me go back to the bear again.
Nomad, I just sent you a picture of bear. Now that's a bear to take. That you definitely might want to
See,
think about.
the bear was looking at this going.
There's not enough on you, pal.
Hmm.
And once again, what did Jensen?
That's a bear. That right there. That's a bear.
That's a fat bear.
That
Come on,
is an
let's
awesome
see
bear.
this bear.
It's an awesome bear. It's a real bear, not that thing. I think
Wanna
so.
see what the bear
Excited
looks
rat.
like? This is what the bear looks like.
Yes, that's a real bear right there.
That's a bear that's going to die of a heart attack or
Exactly what
diabetes.
that-
Yeah, but now if it
that
died,
bear
it'd
is
fall
one
over.
Twinkie short of a freaking massive coronary.
I bet that bear gets out of breath really opening its eyelids.
Is this fair?
This is what the bear looks like after he decides to eat the man.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as a description as well.
But
That's
this guy,
that's a bear that lives. That's a bear that lives behind a pizza hut, isn't it?
From Sean, is it Yogi or Boo Boo?
Yes.
Hey, with that bear, I'll put both of them together at the same
well,
time.
I can
It's
tell
probably
you right now, the
Yogi's
bear that
girlfriend.
does
It's probably
laundry with this guy is Boo-Boo.
Sean,
Because he didn't
it's-
attack him.
Sean.
Mhm.
It's probably Yogi's girlfriend just before Boo Boo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all know why that young bear is called Boo Boo, don't we?
Go on.
It's because Yogi forgot the condom that night.
Ah. By the way, from Darkstar, talking about the snooker. Why don't those guys disrupt a pool game in Hell's Angels Clubhouse? I'd respect that. You know what? I would pay to watch that, wouldn't you?
I would wait for it to go in, then I would lock the doors.
Okay. Well, that was the final story for everybody. Hope that you all enjoyed this because unfortunately, I
Not
have to go
really.
to work and I have meetings and so forth. So I'll talk to you all later.
I'm only here because it's community service.
Yeah,
Talk
this
to you
is
all later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, go on, son of you lot. It's over now.